It's Chris at the Procrastinator's Garage, and I am moving into my fourth shop now in 16 years. Technically, the first place was my house. Then I had the Lark Avenue shop and the trailer park, and then the Robin Road shop, the 40 by 50 shop. So now I'm in a 40-foot deep shop by I think 25 feet wide, and we haven't measured the width. Um, I've been doing some posts, pretty much ever since I lost my last shop, and in a local Facebook group, and finally this spring in April, a guy reached out, said he had a shop space that I might be interested in, and it was very affordable. It was less than my shop at the trailer park, a little bit less. So, does have like a pit drain, so it's not like hooked into plumbing or anything like that. But I'm not going to be doing the volume like I did before. Basically, I'm doing collector vehicles now, which a lot of those I use very minimal water. I usually do rinseless wash type setup. I might use, a garden hose or pressure washer to do rims and tires, but I don't use a pressure washer to wash the outside of collector vehicles, just daily drivers. I'm gonna do ceramic coatings and exteriors of daily drivers. I'm gonna try and stay away from interiors of daily drivers. Physically, it's hard for me to get in and out of vehicles all the time, and the way you have to be a detailer, and do a really good job, quality job. You have to, move around a lot inside a vehicle, and it's just hard for me to do. I can sit on a stool and polish paint. I'd rather do that. So, um, that's the other side here. There's some insulation. We're gonna take the insulation and cover this stuff up, just up to there, and then that's gonna just stay the way it is for now. Um, some other scrap insulation and lights, which the lights will stay up there. They're old fluorescent lights. They're the owners. So when he showed me the building, it was fully packed. He had a 4-post lift in here and just packed. You couldn't walk in here. So it took him until June 1st. I looked at it actually on April 1st. And June 1st, I paid my first month's rent, security deposit. So I've been working on it since then. Luckily, I've had a friend, Derek, help me hang up lights. And so this frame was like covered in grease. But we figured we put that insulation in here, it's gonna get covered up. But we clean the faces of them up good, just up to that corner for now. And then I'm gonna do the pole, and then this second layer. And I just went to Farm and Fleet, and I was gonna get Rust-Oleum, um, just some Rust-Oleum paint, like the, the good stuff. A gallon of it's like $58. Well, they had this Krylon on sale, 40% off, and it's more expensive than the Rust-Oleum. So that's what we're gonna paint this red, and then eventually I'll get some blue and paint the door, inside and outside of the door. But yeah, that's some of the stuff that was in here. I think it's 4-post lift. Yeah, the blue 4-post lift that was in here. Yeah, just a lot of stuff. So he put in a little water heater for me, but that's not, after we've been cleaning and stuff, it's not gonna cut it. So I'm gonna have to eventually get a bigger one. We gotta scrub the floor yet. We swept the floor really good, and then before we started anything really, and the owner come in and said, "Oh man, the floor looks great." Like, we just swept it. We haven't even scrubbed it yet. But yeah. So, let's see. Yeah, we're gonna do that on that, and then on this wood wall, I spent wiping. I got most of the upper part done. I still gotta wipe down the lower part, um, just to get the loose dust and stuff off. And then a buddy of mine, Kevin, had this stuff. Sorry, this white roof coating, elastomeric, and we're just gonna throw that on here on the wood, and then I'll get some kind of caulking or something to make a good water dam so it doesn't soak up into the wood. Um, yeah, it's not very good wood, but yeah, we got filling the holes. Um, my buddy that gave me the paint, Kevin, he said just take like drywall tape and just cover it with drywall tape and then roll that coating over it and it'll be fine. Well, I couldn't get any drywall tape, so I just got some duct tape because duct tape fixes everything. And we're just gonna duct tape the holes and some of the big gaps and roll that stuff over it. I don't have any money. I'm pretty broke. I'm still doing the DoorDash. Still detailing for Muscle Car on a rare occasion, but it hasn't been enough to keep me going. So yeah, it's enough of the inside. It is sloped really nice, which is nice. So, but this is the biggest bonus. So, got my focus, and so this is just my section. So there's another section here which he rents out to another person, and I really wanted that section. There's a 2-post lift on one side and then a bay, big area. And I think he wanted roughly $700-800 a month. But sorry, I had to yawn. The tenant doesn't want to move out, so the red scaffolding's the owner, stuff like that. So, but yeah, that's his building there on the corner. And then the big bonus, though, is I don't know if any of you guys remember me doing house videos or whatever, but there's my Cadillac DeVille, and that's my house. Crappy house, needs siding and new windows. And yeah, I bought that house 20 years ago. And we basically had, a good chunk. We only got 10 more years to pay on it. We had a good chunk paid off. Well, then they redid our street and did, utilities and sewer, water, pipes, and all that kind of stuff. And we got billed for that. And that was $18,000. So now we're back to square one. So I was really debating on reopening it all and just find an actual W-2 job somewhere, but instead of the DoorDash. And I mean, DoorDash I do good enough to pay the bills, but that's about it. So after that happened, it kind of solidified my decision. But yeah, it's all brand new road, a lot of the shops. Yeah, there's some. He had this concrete done, and then he put old lawnmowers and stuff on here. So hopefully I can get that cleaned up. But so yeah, and it's right off of Main Street there. You can see the cars kind of going by down there just past my house. So it's easy to find. And I can walk to work, but I won't because I procrastinate. But yeah, I'm really happy so far. So yeah, if you guys are still following me, still subscribe to me, I appreciate it. And yeah, leave me a comment. You're still around, and I kind of lost touch with some guys. I still watch Shut Your Face Garage and a couple other guys, but yeah, so giving it another go. This, if it doesn't work out, it's gonna be my last shop, and I'm done. I'm 52 now, so getting up there in age. But yeah, I got new lights. They're all kind of different. These two are the same. These two are totally different. And the two in the front, I think, are a little tiny bit difference, but not much. Oh yeah, the two front ones are more yellow. These two are more white. But I got them off of Facebook Marketplace. But all right, guys. Well, have a good one and don't procrastinate.